Alright, let's look at graphing this. Now, this is my first video I ever done putting my little picture down here in the corner. I don't know if that's good or bad. We'll decide. And I may have to move it around sometimes, if you know, to different corners to make things work out okay. I suppose I could have put it in the bottom left, and that would have been best in this particular situation. But anyway. So I just want to look at my graph of my function. Now I don't really have to do the f of x equals, but I find that that tends to be a good way to go. Whoops. So there, and to the x. Alright, so I have that, and now it's interesting to see these little points here. It's trying to plot some things in the middle that really don't do very well, because we're talking negative numbers here and so forth. So it's trying to work with negative fractions even, because there's -1, so these are between 0 and -1. But we don't care, we only care about this part, and so we'd like to make that graph look a little better. Well, I can grab it and kind of move it down here, but the problem is it doesn't look the way I want. I only want it to go up to say 3 or so, that's about here on the Y, and the X I want to go way out so I can see what's going on. And so I click the little wrench, and yeah, there you see I gotta move me, so I'll move way over here, and interesting, on this side of the screen everything looks different. Anyway, so x-axis, I'd like it to go up to maybe 1,000, so I make that 1,000, and this doesn't look too bad over here, but usually I find it's kind of nice to see more of the axis, and so I think the first time I did it, I tried -100, and I thought, well, it doesn't need to be even that much distance. That's not a lot, but it doesn't need to be that much. And so I'll go to -25, say, and that looks pretty good from side to side. Y-axis, I only want to go up to 3. Because that seems, it tops out below 3, it looks like, and but I don't need it to go down to -1 here. Now, do I really need all this in the positive axis? Because I could start at like 2 or something, but I think I'd like to keep the whole x-axis in there, so I'm going to try like 0.1. And that looks fine. I see some numbers down here, and so that looks okay. So there we go. Now, one other thing I had done, this makes it a little more vivid on the screen, is I had hit projector mode up here. If you're going to do screenshots or something, projector mode's not a bad way to go. And so, okay, I've done that. I've gotten my axis fixed, and so I just click anywhere outside. Now I've got some white space here that I could, now it's just starting to get rid of that X there, so I'll come back, and that's how much I can fit on the screen, and there we go. That looks good. And then if I wish to know any given point along here, I can click on there. Well, I have to hold it. And so while I hold it, I can see that at 920 it's 2.7168. I can slide along here and see the different values. 275, it's 2.7134. So it is increasing, but not very fast. Okay, So I can do that. Now I want you to get a screenshot of this. I also want you signed in. Notice my name is up there. So to get a screenshot, you can do on most Windows machines. I'm not sure what you do on Macs, but I'm using Linux, and I can still use the control print screen on that. Again, I'm not sure on Macs, but if I hold down the control key, and then up in the top row there's this PRTSC, that's print screen. It sort of does just the opposite. It saves the screen or copies it. So I'm holding down the control key and I hit the print screen, and notice my my screen did something. And now if I pull up a word processor, so oh, right there, so this is my word processor, and so if I pick that up and I want to put in whatever I've added here, okay, maybe I type some nifty stuff. That's very smart stuff that I've just put in there. But I can go in here and I can say paste after I've done that control print screen, and there's the whole screen, even with my lovely picture with my mouth hanging open. So you can do that. And now this is not the greatest, because really all you want is this stuff in here. And off the top of my head, I'm not exactly sure how to crop this. I don't know if there's something, so what I would do, right, is first I just kind of look up here and see if I see anything that I think is crop. Insert basic shapes, insert line, track change, so I sort of look around, and I really don't see anything here. I've got the picture highlighted, so this is my image, a bunch of my image tools up here. What's this one? Oh, crop image. Look at that. See, so I look around, I find crop image, and so I click on that, and I have never used this before because I don't usually use this Office product, but I pull that in like that, and I grab this one, pull that down like that, leaving my name so you can see that I actually did this, and there you have it. There's my formula that I put in for my function, so the expression for the function, and there's my graph and all that. Right? Now that's not quite what I asked you to put in, and now there's this little anchor thing here. I guess I can, I'll unclick crop, and I don't know what happens if I just click outside here somewhere. It seems to have anchored it, and now when I grab it, I can kind of move it around and do that. Now this wasn't quite right because it's not quite what I asked you to put in there, so I will get rid of it and come back to this, and what I wanted was a picture like that, and something like that. I could scroll around here, I could get clear out the 940, 970, and I can still see what's going on. So clear out the 972 if I want. I'm fine with something in here, but look at that. I can get that there. That's probably a good picture. Well, so I do my control and print screen again. It starts to get a little rougher, but I can reach control, holding that down with my thumb, hit print screen. There we go. And I go back to my document here, and I do my paste. And there it is with my numbers in there. And once again, now I'm a pro at this. I hit the crop, and I pull this one in to here, and I pull this one down like this, And actually, I believe the picture I say, do something similar to what I did. Now this is fine, but actually, I believe the figure that I did this on, I actually did pull that up and didn't show all of the didn't show the x-axis and did something like that. And in a way, I don't really need the x-axis so much because I've got that point showing that's 964 and 2.7169, and so there's a perfectly good picture. I click out there. I can click on it again to center it, and then I can also come in here, and where I'm up there, I want to get over here somewhere. Well, let me do that there. I entered and got below it, and now I'm going to come up here a little bit and click down here somewhere. Whoops. I don't know where it is. So I'll go like this, and since I can't seem to see what I'm doing, I'll type something in here. So I'm going to come down this far, something like this, and say, figure 246, and my nifty picture. Okay, if you go with a title like that, that will be bad. But now, I have that in there. Now I'm going to try to move this up again. I don't usually do this kind of stuff, but there, I was able to do it. Click in front of that. Oops. See, I'm not great at this sort of thing on these because it's just not the thing I typically use. So I've got that, and oops. Okay, now I've got my figure, and so I could also, highlight that part and center it somewhere, center, and so that's centered. I don't know if I can, yeah, see, I don't see any, oh wait, center? Is that right? Oh, look at that. Oh, and then it, I don't know what it's, what it's doing. Like I say, I'd have to experiment with it, but I can put some lines in ahead, and I've got all this extra space below, and the question is, can I get rid of it? Sure. And, so at that point there, I've entered my figure, so it wasn't much to plot. It wasn't that big a deal to get it to scale the way I needed, and then I, got the right picture and put that in. So it's, it's just not a big deal to enter reasonably nice screen captures if you have to do it that way. There, other times plots can be entered some other ways, but if you have to do it by just pulling off your screen, there you go, not a big deal. So we'll call that good for this video. Keep your cards and letters coming, as they say, and we'll look at more things. So stop there.